Welcome to the Simpler Business Podcast, where we talk about ways to do what you love and serve your people in a way that brings you income and freedom. I'm your host, Marissa Roberts. Join me as I chat with my favorite entrepreneurs about how they simplify their biz so that you can simplify yours. We're heading towards the end of the year, and this is a prime time for us coaches, service providers, and online course creators to set the stage for success in early 2024. When you start the new year with a bit of a plan and either some simple actions to go with them or a simple way to outsource or delegate them, it's easier to get into a consistent rhythm, which helps with your visibility, growth, authority positioning, and sales. Here are a few simple business strategies, each paired with practical actions and delegation tips that you can try. Now, to be clear, you do not have to do all of these in December. This is a simple plan for the year ahead. So, all you need to do right now is think of some ideas for each of these, and then you can prioritize them in the order that aligns best with your business and with you. And then you can work on those or delegate them each month in 2024. Now, the first one is to set your goals for the year ahead. Goal setting, you're either one of two parties when it comes to goal setting. You either love doing it or you hate doing it. However you feel about it, setting goals and then breaking them into actionable steps really does help you achieve what you want. So let's take a little bit of time to define clear, measurable, and realistically achievable goals for the next 12 months. But also schedule some time in your calendar every quarter to review these goals, track your progress, and make adjustments as needed. Remember, goals are fun to imagine, but incremental progress leads to substantial long-term results. So break those goals down into smaller, more manageable steps. An action you can do to make this enjoyable is take yourself out to a lovely lunch and take your notebook or laptop with you, and then just have a light and fun planning session. And to delegate, you could work with a business coach for more goal definition and ways to track how you're going with your action steps. Okay, let's move on to the second idea, and that is to refine your niche. Now, I'm sure you've thought about your ideal customer description before, but every now and again it pays to really take a look at that and see if you can refine it even further or see if it's changed over the past 12 months. When you're clear on your perfect buyer's avatar, it's so much easier to talk with them and connect with them when you're doing your marketing. A well-defined niche sets you apart from your competitors and it attracts more targeted and engaged customers. The simple action you can do here is to ask a question or post polls on your Instagram stories to get to know your existing followers. Ask them what they love, ask them what they need, ask them what they enjoy, ask them what they'd like to see more of or a better version of. Don't be afraid to ask people for their opinion. It's not always going to be bad news. And even if you do get feedback that you don't particularly love, it's still an insight into how you can tweak and change your offers so that you can sell more of them. And a way to delegate this one is you could ask a team member to email some of your past customers and ask them about their purchases and their reasons for buying. It's a really easy way to delegate and get a lot of information in a short space of time. The next thing you can do is to strengthen your online presence. Now, for me, this is never a really fun one, but it's not really that complicated either. When was the last time you updated your website, optimized it for SEO, and checked your social media platforms reflect your brand's voice and values? Are you posting regular content? It's a simple way to build trust and position you as an authority in your field. So, simple action ideas for this one. You could update your website at the start of the year or a couple of months into the year, but also check to see if you have a Google My Business profile and create one if you don't. And if you do have one, check to see if that needs updating too. When you're updating, you want to make sure you include words that you know your ideal customer would search for when looking to solve a problem and that you can help them with. So just think in terms of what language are they using when they're searching online, and make sure you've got that terminology included in your online presence. It's the easiest way for them to find you. Now, if that still feels like too much, you can delegate this one by engaging a digital marketing agency for your SEO and content management. My team can give you a hand if you need it. You can send me a DM on Instagram and I'll give you the details. The next thing we're going to do is embrace video marketing. It might not be for everyone, but let's face it, video content is more engaging than ever before, and it can really increase your reach on your platforms. You can start a YouTube channel, you can host live webinars, or you know what? You can get started the easy way with short form video on your favorite platform. You can do short form video now on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Even if your videos are under a minute long, they're an effective way to showcase your expertise and connect with your audience on a more personal level. In fact, these days, shorter is better when it comes to platforms like TikTok and Reels because they favor short but relatable content. A simple action you can do here is to brainstorm 12 topics that your ideal customers think about or need help with, and then plan 4 videos for each and schedule time to film them into your calendar. If you want to delegate, you can go delegating to systems for this one. Just ask ChatGPT to do the planning for you. A little prompt like, "Hi Chat, what are 12 things my ideal customer," and give a little description, "would struggle with? Please write 4 TikTok video ideas for each topic." And there you go, you're on your way. The next thing you can do is to create a scalable product. Now, I do also call these passive products, but I have to admit, passive products are only passive once they're set up and are selling for you. So if you prefer the term scalable, as in you do the work once and you sell it many times, that works too. Creating products like online courses or group coaching programs, they can boost your income, but they also free up your time once they're set up. A simple action you can take here is you can outline an online course or a group program based on your expertise, based on things that you're already doing. Have you noticed when you work one-on-one with your clients that patterns tend to emerge? Are you solving the same problem for them over and over again for different clients? That's what your first online course could be about. And in terms of delegation, we're talking systems for this one as well. You can save time and effort with all-in-one software for selling and hosting your passive product. My favorite is Thrivecart. I'll make sure there's a link in the show notes for you. Thrivecart is a one-time payment for unlimited products, and it hosts your sales page, your checkout page, your thank you page, and your online product for you. So you don't have to pay a monthly subscription anymore for those softwares. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is build your community. You want to build a community around your brand, whether that's through a Facebook group or an online forum or a membership site. You can choose what suits you, but a community can really enhance your customer loyalty. It's a great way to get on the spot feedback from people, and it's a really good way to create a support network for your clients so that you're not always doing all of the heavy lifting. Your people are supporting each other. So a simple action for this one, you just want to choose the platform you already enjoy being on, right? And build your community there. You're most likely to show up consistently on the platform you're using anyway. And then in terms of delegation, this is a really fun one. If you haven't really delegated or outsourced before, you can appoint a community manager for regular engagement on that platform. And you can start small with this one. You start with an hour a week and ask your community manager to just engage with your followers for around 10 minutes a day on that one platform, Monday to Friday. It's just an hour. In fact, it's a little under an hour, but the amount of engagement you'll get as a result will really increase over time. Okay, the next idea is to keep up with your learning. Stay up to date with the latest trends and techniques in your industry. Continuous learning enhances your service quality, but it also keeps you motivated and inspired. There are plenty of free and low ticket resources available to continue your learning journey. And I also have a few favorites I can recommend that are more of an investment, but they give you things like templates and shortcuts, and they help you upskill fast and take action on your learning quickly so that you can make that investment back and more. So, your action for this one is to dedicate weekly time for your professional development. And to delegate, you could think about joining a mastermind or working with a coach for ongoing training with the accountability built in. Okay, the next idea is to streamline your business processes. There are so many great tools available and affordable now to automate the repetitive tasks or to manage your client relationships or to streamline your workflows. This frees up your time so you can focus on the more strategic aspects of your business, or you can just take some more time off and have a little more freedom and fun. The action you're going to do here is to identify and automate your repetitive business tasks as much as you can. Now, for me, that's as simple as brain dumping the things I do on a regular basis and then Googling or asking ChatGPT for ideas on how I can streamline or automate them. And if you want to delegate here, this is a really good task for a virtual assistant. They can help you with your workload in this area. Okay, the next one we're going to talk to is the one that I feel is the most important. So I've left it to last so that hopefully it's the thing that you really have stick with you after you listen to this episode. And that's to include more self care into your life. Now, I know we're talking business here, but you are the heart and soul of your business. You need to be feeling good. You need to be happy. You need to be enjoying yourself. Your business is a reflection of you, even when you have a team that works for you. So, your well being is integral to your business's success. Regular self care ensures that you're going to be at your best when you're serving your clients and running your business. So, what makes you feel good? What do you find fun? What do you find relaxing? How do you like to treat yourself? The action for this one is to plan time for these things that feel good in your calendar. You want to do them regularly and treat them like any other meeting or any other appointment. Don't ditch them when you get too busy. These are the things that help you stay balanced in the long term. Now, you can go with things that, require a bit of investment like spa treatments or treat yourself to lunches or go to the movies, or you can just do simple things at home if you want to, like take more naps or go for more walks, or maybe go for a swim every morning, or maybe do a puzzle or read a book, a fiction book that's not about business. Whatever you decide to do, you're thinking in terms of what feels good. You don't have to keep up with any other person's standards or do what you see other people doing. Focus on what feels good for you, because that is the big key here. For me, guided meditation is one of my self-care options. Long bubble baths are really big for me too. And in terms of delegating, okay, delegating self-care is, it doesn't really work because it's self-care, but when you think about it from a slightly different angle, it becomes quite fun because you can make self-care a regular part of your life in an easier way. So it's not that you have to keep thinking of doing these things. You can say, for example, batch book your spa treatments, right? You can book them in batches. So don't just book your next spa treatment for the next month, book 3 of them in advance or book for the whole year. If you're getting your nails done, ask your salon, this is what I'm going to do this year, ask your salon if they have a way that you can book 3 months worth or 6 months worth or a year's worth in advance. Actually, I'm just thinking right now, my favorite nail salon, it's the only one I go to now, Hunter Nails, shout out to them. You'll see them pop up on my Instagram every time I get my nails done because I just love their work. But what I can do, they have online booking. So I'm just going to see how far in advance I can book and book for 3 months at a time or 6 months at a time, or maybe even a year if it lets me. So yeah, you can batch book your self-care. Now, if you're not ready to batch your self-care bookings yet, you can just choose a regular day each week for time off to do something that you enjoy. Now, for me, that's every Thursday. I go to a gold class movie and out to lunch every single Thursday while everyone else is at work or school. I hope that you have found these ideas helpful, and I'd love to know your plans for a successful 2024 too. You can come and chat with me on Instagram anytime you like, or you can send me an email at marissa@beautifulyorganized.com, or if you want to, leave a rating or a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, because I really like to know whether or not the topics that we talk about are helpful and engaging for you. Okay, that's it from me this week. I will see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Simpler Business Podcast. If you did, please subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple Podcasts. There's a link in the show notes to make it nice and easy for you, just the way we like it. If you're ready to simplify and scale your business, you can get started with my free audio class at marissaroberts.com. See you next time.